Diary. Okay, so this is the part where everything is supposed to make sense, right? I've mapped things out, kinda. The vision boards, the 5 year plan. And yet, somehow, I still feel lost and questioning my entire life path. Like, is this normal? Oh, hey there. Welcome to Next Gen's Diary. Consider this, you and I's, real time diary entries about love, friendships, making an impact in your community, and purpose. Basically, all the messy, chaotic, beautiful parts no one really prepares you for. Because maybe this isn't the part where everything makes sense yet. Maybe this is the part where we write it anyway. So if you're walking to class, overthinking a text, or romanticizing your life for absolutely no reason, just know you're not behind. You're not lost. You're just in the middle of finding yourself. And this is our diary, where we can express ourselves while learning as we go and writing one page at a time as we grow into who we're becoming. So let's dive into today's diary entry. Hi, Freddy Ryan. Welcome to Nixon's Diaries podcast. How are you today?
I'm so great. So happy to be here. Yeah, it's so fun to be here and to get interviewed.
Thank you for accepting. If I was to introduce yourself, you're a singer, songwriter, and full time journalist student. Did I miss anything?
Absolutely, yes. Singer-songwriter, 21-year-old woman, going into my 20s, trying to figure out life. That's about it.
I love it. That's pretty on theme for the plot twist subway you're in right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's dive in. If you flip today your diary, what would you find yourself writing about over and over?
Oof. I would most likely find myself um writing about like who where I'm at in life.
Hmm.
I think that's something that I really go back to, like a theme that comes back to me. Um I think I'm someone who's really goal driven,
Hmm.
so I need to know. I'm always like reflecting like, okay, what's next? What am I doing? Like what's on my mind? Like going into my 20s, I think it's like such a struggle for every woman
Hmm.
trying to figure out like what defines me, what is it like what I study? Is it what I want to do later on in life? Is it who I'm surrounded by?
Hmm.
So I think yeah, that's definitely like what I'd be finding in my diary.
Okay, so a lot of reflection. I love
A lot of
it.
reflection, yeah.
Do you have any chapters you're focused on right now? A project, a passion, or something you're figuring out about
Yes. So I'm currently trying to like write an EP album of sorts.
yourself? Okay.
I haven't released music in such a long time, about like 6 years now.
Okay.
Um, so I'm definitely like focused on trying to put out a work of music that I'm excited by and really, yeah, trying to figure what that might be next.
So you released some music back in high school, if I do the
Yes.
maths right.
Yes, that's correct. So I right before I graduated high school, I put out like an EP with like 12 songs, 13 songs. Um and that was all recorded in my bedroom by
Oh, how
myself.
Billie Eilish of you.
Yes, I know. But it was so sweet. Like I remember at my graduation, they played like one of the songs when I walked on the stage,
Oh,
like flip my hat, my cap. It was so sweet. Um and but I haven't released music since. So
okay.
that's definitely like
You're going back to that
going
right
back
now.
to that. I've never left it. It's just, you I think you've got to grow a little and
Hmm.
grow with your art.
Yeah. Would you care to tell our listeners what kind of music do you do a little bit?
So, yeah, it's funny. I would say I would describe it as like folk pop.
Okay.
Um but again, I think yeah, it's kind of hard to describe music.
Maybe because right now it's still like
Yeah,
you're
in the
figuring
works,
it.
for sure, for sure. But I would, in general, folk pop would be like what I would define it as.
Okay. And do you where do you get your inspiration from for writing your music? Like is it from day to day? Is it like
Definitely day to day. I think
yeah?
I'm such an observational
Yes?
person. Like just being like surrounded by people and artists
Mhm.
and consuming art
Mhm.
is so something that helps me a lot in like the creation process and writing and yeah, I think reading.
Freddie, what inspired you to go into journalism? This is such a cool program to choose. At
Yeah.
university?
Shout out Concordia. I think I would have gone to McGill, but Concordia has such a good journalism program and such a strong art department.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I went into journalism because I don't think there was anything else that I really saw myself doing.
Okay.
Like I was either it was that or photography or cultural studies at McGill, and I'm actually minoring in English lit at
Oh, okay.
Concordia, so I get that little bit of writing and like
Mhm.
the more like literature side that I love. Um, but I went into journalism because I'm such a writer, like in general, like not just a songwriter, but I love reading and writing, like
Mhm.
whether that be like movie scripts or like books, poetry, all that stuff.
Mhm.
Um,
It's true that like all your
yeah,
projects like leads back to writing, kind of like this
yes,
songwriting,
absolutely,
the journalism, and oh,
yeah.
that's really interesting.
And I think also it's such a wide field.
Mhm.
I don't think there's anything like it where you can graduate and you could be a sports journalist, you could be like a fashion journalist, you could
Mhm.
be a reporter, you could be
Yeah.
like behind the scenes like writing, you could be on the screen,
Mhm.
presenting. Like there's such a multitude of things, and the amount of like people that you meet in the program is so like
Yeah, it's so diverse and
so
it's feeding,
diverse.
nurturing, and yeah.
1,000%. And I think I'm so inspired by that, and the teachers are the same.
Mhm.
So I think that would be why. I'm actually doing a fashion certificate in Paris in 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah, I'm so excited to like go and do that.
Please tell me more about that because that is so amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 2-week certificate program
Okay.
in a university in Paris,
Mhm.
and it's about like basically like fashion management.
Mm.
And I'm just so excited. Like fashion is such a field that I've never really like theoretically explored,
Yeah.
but it's everywhere and like design and I love that stuff. So,
Is it more like a practical internship or you have some
mm,
classes at the university?
yes, so there's classes, but from what I've heard, it's mostly like hands-on stuff as well. Like you do mood boards, you like create
Wow.
your own design like on a mannequin, you like do like a presentation of like a
Mhm.
like your own collection, I think. Yeah, that's what I've heard and I'm so excited.
That is such a great opportunity, and when you're a
Yeah.
student, you would get so many of those that can really shape like which way you're gonna go in life after.
Yes, definitely.
Oh wow. Well, you'll have to write to me again
I'll
after to
update
tell
you
to
guys.
tell me how it went. Okay, like to conclude, is there some advice you would give to your younger self?
Ooh, I think I think the only advice I would actually tell her is you got it. Like
Mm,
there's everything figures itself out eventually. And no, I don't think I would necessarily like warn her about anything. I think I would just tell her like you're awesome. Be you.
that's nice. Just some validation of like
Yeah,
you're doing great.
validation.
It's okay.
People will appreciate you just for you, for who you are. Yeah.
That's a really positive take on it. I love that. Thank you. Well, Freddie, thank you for coming to Next Gen Diary today. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Like, thank you. It was so insightful. Would you care to tell our viewers where they can find you if they want to follow your journey?
Yes. So you can find me on Instagram at Freddy Ryan, but without the N at the end. And same thing on TikTok, YouTube. That would be
Yeah.
the platforms that I
And we'll
use.
write it under the post, and we'll be sure to check out your songwriting project
Yes.
soon. Thank you.
Thank you so
It
much.
was a pleasure.